If you want a complete review of the MODA Prismatic Face Perfecting Kit, a comparison between them and comparable Artis brushes, along with a full demo of MODA versus Artis head-to-head, keep watching. Hello my beauty buddies. Today I am going to fulfill the request you guys had to review these Royal & Lang nickel brushes. They are called the Prismatic. See how they're all prismy and stuff. Face Perfecting Kit. There are 4 brushes, and on the Royal & Lang nickel site, they do say that they retail for $24.99. However, from what I understand, people are getting them for less than $20 at Walmart, physically at Walmart. So, I guess that's the place to get them. Plus, it says they're sold out right now on the Royal & Lang nickel site. You get 4 brushes. This larger one here, it does round, which is different than the Artis brushes. In using these for about 3 weeks, I have had 2 longer guys that popped up that I just plucked out, but they're very dense. You know, they're very nice actually. For this price, it's unbelievable. This one is very, very flexible. You know, I hope I don't break it one day, but it has a big old brush head with a lot of bristles on it. Then the second one that we have here is this guy, and that first larger one is the 801. I tend to use that for foundation. This one here I have used for blush, I have used for contour, and I have also used for concealer, and it does a nice job. I feel like this one here, we'll compare it to the Artis one in a moment, is excellent. The larger one I'm not as big of a fan of, and we'll get into that in a minute. And then there's this third guy. This one, again, you could use it if you wanted to do kind of, you know, a very precise contour, like especially on the nose. This is great. You could use it for concealer. I guess technically you could use it for an all-over shadow brush on your eyes if you wanted. And then the last one is this little guy here. This one is excellent for inner corner, you know, Cupid's bow highlight, you know, getting very precise with concealer, and you could even use it for, you know, doing your crease or some very targeted eyeshadow. I have the same one with Artis. I don't love them as much for the eyes. So the Artis brushes I have are this one, which is a big flat one that I tend to actually mainly use for powder. You could use it for foundation, but it's really, really huge. The one that I like for foundation, whoops, is this size here. This is the 8. I really want to get the 7, but I haven't yet. So this one also cut flat across. I love this one for foundation, and I really like, actually, better than this one, I like that it's cut flat. And the reason being, let's try to line these guys up here so you can see the difference, flat, rounded. The reason I like it better flat is when you're getting under your eye, you can get much closer. Can you see how close? I'm like right under my lash line. So if you're using this one, so you can't get as close because it's rounded. So then you'd have to go in with this guy or this guy to really get in there underneath. And the other thing, let's just kind of more compare apples to apples. These two, obviously this one is a bit smaller than this one. This guy, I think they're about, yeah, they look like they're about this, almost the same width. Yeah, they're the same width, but the Artis brush is taller. But the thing is that this one is so flexible, I'm always afraid I'm going to bend it. So what I find myself doing is, instead of applying like this, I don't know why I'm doing this. Sometimes I do it with Artis, but not really, because this one, it's not as flexible. I just don't feel like it's going to break on me, so I'm not as worried about it. The bending on this, I just feel like I have to push harder for some reason. So this one definitely works, and for the price, honestly, you guys, considering what this one costs like, you could buy probably 2.5 of these sets for just the price of this one brush. So I'm not at all saying that you shouldn't get this. I'm just saying, if you're going to invest in an Artis brush, I would invest in one of the larger ones, because I think the larger ones are definitely better than this one. However, when you get to the little guys, you know what? There's not a huge difference to me, not to justify the price, really. So let me just show you. We'll do apples to apples on these here. Let's start with the little tiny guys. The little tiny guys, you can see the Artis one again is a bit bigger, and it's a bit denser, and if you look at, it's a little bit more precisely cut. But for the price that you're talking about, you know, that really kind of makes sense. So, you know, the thing is the feel of them, like if you're in here, the inner corner, The Artis one is a bit softer, but this does get in there and gets the job done. So again, kind of getting what you pay for, but I don't know if this is worth probably triple what this one is. When you get to these guys, okay, I think that, you know, they're very, very similar, very, very similar. I've been really happy using this one. This one I've been really enjoying about as much as this one. The other thing also, don't ever buy the Artis brushes with the white, because this is a bit gummy feeling, and so anything you get on your fingers gets caught in it, and you have to keep cleaning them with alcohol. Like I just cleaned this a couple days ago, and with alcohol, the bases, and you can already see it's turning a little bit, you know, got a little skin color all over it. I just cleaned it. These are textured, so they do have a good grip. They're more, a little, you know, more slippery because they're more like a metal, but you don't have to worry about that, which is kind of nice. Now, when we get to the smallest brushes here, mine is smaller than this one, obviously, but again, you know, they're both very dense. They're both extremely soft. I mean, really, really soft. So on these, again, I'd go for this. I don't think you can buy these individually at this point, but I really do love my Artis brushes, but on these smaller ones, I'm not finding an enormous difference. And with cleaning, they clean about the same, whether you're using a spray or the foam cleaner that you're supposed to use for Artis, and then you rub them on the microfiber, or if you wash them, they both seem to dry about the same. I think you really, you know, don't have a giant difference. And just to show you, I have this one, and they don't even have one like this from MODA, but I just want to show you, this is the only eye brush I really like. Well, it doesn't have to be an eye brush, but that I use for my eyes from the Artis line. I love it for, you know, if you're just trying to, you know, smoke something out, or if you want to do something along your lower lash line and be very precise. I really like this. I don't really love any of these, whether it be the MODA or the Artis one, for my eyes very much. I just don't. The little round one, that one can be good for, I think, for putting liquid lipstick on or something if you want, but I don't think it's always worth getting it dirty, because then you have to clean it and get all that off of it. So, you know, if you had a spare, I mean, now that I have two, maybe one I can dedicate to that, but I prefer them for concealer or something like that. Another thing that you should know is that both the MODA brushes and the Artis brushes are 100% vegan. So all in all, I really, really like these. I think they're totally worth the $16, $18, $20, whatever you'll pay for them. I think that if you've been wanting to try out this kind of a paddle brush, you should go for it. This is such a great price point. And then, you know, if you decide you love them, the only one I think that I really, really do prefer is the larger face brush. But honestly, if MODA comes out with one that's cut flat across, maybe a little bit larger, I mean, at that point, if they keep up this fantastic quality that they've got going on these, I think then you probably wouldn't need the Artis brush. And I really like my Artis brushes a lot. I mean, I really, really do. I have to say, I do reach for this a lot when I'm using certain foundations, certain liquid foundations. Just sometimes I just love the finish I get with this. And again, I'm not saying you can't get a nice finish with this one. You can, but again, I feel like you're getting less square footage on your face because of the roundedness. I don't know if you can see how much sits on my face of that one versus this one. You just, you know, you're just getting more. So here, getting this much, pretty much touching my skin, and this, the entire thing is touching my skin. So, you know, I'm getting less swoops on it. I shot some video when I put this makeup actually on my face. I do the concealer, the foundation, I do a contour, I do, you know, the blush, so you kind of get an idea of kind of what it goes on with. And I did this side of my face with the MODA and this side of my face with the Artis. had to use this brush for my highlight because I just love it so much, and I thought you guys might like to see me using it. Again, I do have a whole video on this in case you're interested. I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any questions, do feel free to ask below. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. And there's a little bell next to the subscribe button. And if you click that, you know, turn it on basically, then you will get little notifications when I have new videos come out. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day or evening wherever you are.